Hey guys, how you doing? Uncle Bob here, back once again with another video, and today we're going to be doing the Neca Jungle Hunter Predator versus the Mezco 112 Jungle Hunter Predator. And yeah, so going up against each other, Mezco and Neca Jungle Hunter Predators, which are both really good figures, but both have got their strengths and weaknesses, and we're going to be looking at all the what's better between them, and what's the what things have got better and what things are worse. And yeah, as I said, both similar in sort of scale and obviously looks and various accessories and stuff. So let's take a look at what's better. So first, I think I'm going to go for the I think we'll go with masks to kick off, to start with. Now, this is the reissue Jungle Hunter, which is better painted, and yeah, it certainly looks much better than the original one, which was less, the mask was sort of less painted, sort of like just quite a light greyish, and wasn't really that great. And this one is much better, probably the best looking mask overall, to be fair. In terms of the Jungle Hunter, it looks very like the one in the movie in terms of colour and shading, and the Jungle Hunter Neca one is, yeah, as I said, really good. And then unfortunately the Mezco one is not so great. It's dark grey, which doesn't really look like the colour. It's supposed to be like that on the Neca Jungle Hunter, and it sort of like seems to be like the wrong kind of style as well. It's sort of got like some kind of detailing that doesn't appear to be accurate like the Jungle Hunter mask is. It seems to be sort of like a Navy P or one of the Lost Tribe members sort of masks, or maybe like Boar or someone. But you know, yeah, it's not a great mask, and it doesn't seem to be accurate. So in terms of masks, the Neca Jungle Hunter wins on that one because it's way better. Now we're going to look at the gauntlet claws on the gauntlet. The Neca one is okay, but now on my one, it doesn't appear to come out, unfortunately. And not just that, I think on the one that does come out, it comes out alright, but not a deal great. And also you're hampered with, I felt hampered with changing the hands. It seemed to be in the way, and it seemed to be hampered, you know, being in the way of changing the hands on that side where the claw is. And also I felt that sometimes it could break on occasions, so you've got to be really careful with it. But on the Mezco one, it's a lot better, because you can actually change the claws to short claws and long claws, which is way better. So you know, when you want to change the hand on that side, you can remove those and then change your hand easily without being in the way. And it's also, they're less likely to break, because you can just fit them into small or longer and yeah, I feel it's less likely to break and way better. So on this one, the Mezco gauntlet claws are way better. On the other side, the other gauntlet, which has got the countdown, where he sets it to explode. The Neca one is one that opens quite well without any issue, and the countdown you probably can't see it very well on this video, but you can clearly see the sort of Predator alien style countdown numbers on that, and it closes nicely. However, on my Mezco countdown, you can't really see the numbers on the countdown, and also my one has actually broken off on the first attempt of me opening it, which was really bad. And now, yeah, I'm having to look at trying to. There's a bit that's broke off. It broke on the first attempt of opening it, and I'm now having to either decide whether I'm going to glue it back on or fit a small piece of plastic on there and then try and hinge it back on. But yeah, it wasn't great. I'm not sure if anyone else has had that issue, but yeah, as soon as I opened it, the gauntlet, it just came completely off, which was a real bad thing. So yeah, I mean, I'm going to speak for my one on this, but yeah, on the gauntlets countdown, Neca one wins on that occasion, because my one broke off on the Mezco, so the Neca one is much better. You can see it clearly and didn't break off. So that is the next thing. Now the next thing, I'm going to go for the shoulder plasma caster. The Neca one is quite good, however it's quite a bit of a tricky thing to get it to actually fit on. To be fair, I don't think it was designed very well. It's very awkward to get on and get it to stay on. Sometimes, even if you've got it lined up properly, sometimes it just, you line it up and try and put it on, and sometimes it comes off, which is a bit of a problem. And also I felt that it's quite close to where the head, and that is, I think it should have been a slightly more to the right. I feel it just seemed to be hampered with it being so close to the helmet. You can't really move the head without knocking the shoulder cannon on, and it just seems to be just too close, and yeah, I think it could have been designed better. As for the Mezco one, is actually pretty good. You can slide it on to the shoulder nicely, and then put the head on, and there seems to be a nice little gap there where there's enough room to sort of move the head and have the shoulder cannon nicely sat on there. Now I don't know if the colour is right on the Neca one or it's right on this one, but overall I think the Mezco one is better. It seems to just fit on there easier and better. It just slides on that hinge on the shoulder, which seems to be more of a better fit than rather than Neca one, where it's just sort of, sometimes it goes on there and sometimes it don't, and sometimes it falls off. But there, it fits on nicely and securely, and it doesn't have an issue where it's going to come off. And also the Neca one, you only just get the blast effect to go on the Neca Shot Plasma Caster, as where you get the Mezco one, you get not only a blast effect, but you get the light on it as well, on the Plasma Caster. So you can have the option of either having the blast effect or the light, is way better, and actually a really good light. To be fair, you can see it nicely and brightly, and I feel that is way better than the blast effect, and it looks like it's actually firing the blast on that plasma caster, which is really good. The light on it, seem to get the light to come on at the moment. You have to make sure that back section is really on there. Yeah, it's there you go. So there's the light. It's supposed to be creating that firing effect. It's gone off again. But yeah, it's probably not the best. It looks good when it's on, don't get me wrong, but it's sort of probably not the best design. As you've got to really make sure that back section where the batteries are kept, it's pushed right on, otherwise the light won't come on. So I think that could have been designed a bit better. You have to really push in to get that light to come off. And you see it's gone off at the moment, but it's just a case of trying to get it to sort of stay on. But yeah, anyway, you get the drift of it. So yeah, the Mezco one is a better shot plasma caster because it's got the light and the blast effect, and also this general back piece is way better because you can get the accessory medikit in there as well, so you can either have the option of having the batteries in there for having the blast plasma caster on, or you can change that, take the batteries out and have the medikit stored into the plasma caster section, so you can have that actually on him with the medikit in there as well, which is another option. So yeah, so overall the Mezco shoulder cannon piece is better. Now we're going to go on to the I think the overall sort of look. Let's go with the colour. Now the Neca, so this is the reissue one, is really good and way better than the first Jungle Hunter that Neca did. The reissue one is the colour is way better. However, on the Mezco one, it's pretty good, but I'm not sure whether the Neca one is the more accurate, whether the Mezco one is, but I kind of like the dark shading colour of the Mezco one, which I think is really good. So I think I'm going to go with Mezco one on that. Now the actual costume and sort of like the armour as well, I think the armour may be sort of better, more accurate than the movie on the Neca one. However, the actual costume sort of itself on the Neca one is sort of painted on. However, on the Mezco one, it's material, actual costume material type. The netting is, you can feel it's sort of a material, and on the pants, the brown section of the pants is a material type stuff as well, which is really good. And then obviously again on the leg upper section is sort of a material netting type stuff, so that is really a good effect, creating sort of like kind of like a realness feel to it, sort of where that's, you know. The accessories of the, well, not really accessories but attachment of the sort of accessory attire pieces, the pendant necklace of the skulls or bones that's got attached to it, plus the head trophy skulls attachment and the other spine bone attachment is quite. They are both actually quite identical in terms of they're more or less the same. However, they're painted differently. The Neca one is sort of kind of a dark sort of look, and looks actually quite good, as opposed to the Mezco one, where they're sort of quite a lighter sort of shade. Now, I've not checked this, but as I said, the Mezco one, it's the bones, the trophies, sort of like a lighter shade, as whether the Neca is a darker. Now, I'm not sure which is more accurate, but I'm leaning towards the Neca one being better because they're sort of dark, but I don't know if they're too dark. The ones on the Mezco are sort of more clearly more bones. So on that occasion, because I don't know which one, because I haven't checked recently, I'm going to say that I prefer the Mezco bones trophies better, because I think it just looks more, when you're looking at it and you've got it on display and you can see it, it looks more like bones, and you can visibly see it more clearly, as whether as on the Neca one, it's, as I said, quite dark. You can't really see it from afar that very well, and I don't know if it's too dark, so I'm going to go with the Mezco being better. And as I said, overall colour, I do like the Neca reissue one, but I think I'm going to go with the Mezco one being better, and the costume as well being better as well. So far I think it's the Mezco. Neca's obviously won on the helmet. I think they won on the countdown gauntlet. But I think Mezco's won on overall look, colour, costume, plasma caster, the gauntlet with the claws in. So I think Mezco is in the lead and winning. What else is there? Head sculpts. Now, as I said, Neca, the one with the helmet, is, as we've said, is better than the Mezco head sculpt with the helmet. And I think the other head sculpt we get is the one with the mandibles closed. As whether the one that's the Mezco one has two options on that. It's got the magnet attachment, which is the open claws, and it also has the mandibles, which are closed as well. So I think the Mezco one is better on that, because it has the option of having one that's an open mandibles or closed mandibles. So Mezco one is way better on that. However, the Neca helmet head sculpt is better, so it's sort of like one-all situation on that, where it's one's got one thing better with the head sculpt unmasked, which is the Neca one, but the one that's got the helmet, which is Neca, is better on that. So that's that. Now the next thing is I think the height. Height, I'm going to give this to the Neca one, because Neca one is slightly larger, and the can't really see it there, but the Neca one is taller. than the Mezco one, so I'm going to give the height to the Neca one. Now, last thing is, I think, the accessories. And this again belongs to Mezco, because the accessories are way better. You get more hands, you get more options of changing with the head sculpts, you get more options changing with the plasma caster, and you get the added thing, which is the really cool thing. One of the coolest things you get with the Mezco Predator is the Medikit, where he obviously, when he gets injured, he uses the Medikit to perform little operation on himself, to patch himself up, and it's a nice little accessory to have, and it's really designed well and looks great detail in there with the two attachments that you get with a Medikit, so that is an added bonus. And also you get the base with a Mezco Predator, so that is another good thing, which you don't get a base with a Neca one. You have to buy a base separate, which is not a great thing with the Mezco when you get a base with it. So the accessories with the Mezco one is way better. Now, price, I think I'm going to finish with the price on this. Mezco Neca Predator is around £30 to £40, and the Mezco one is between about, in any region, between about £80 to about £110. So that is quite pricey, and I think it's completely wrong for this scale figure. I think that's way too much. I think it should be way less, even around 60 I think was more reasonable, but that is way too much for a figure of this scale. Even though don't get me wrong, it's great, it looks great and got good accessories, but 95 or over £100 is way too much for that scale, and £30 to £40 is the pretty much the right amount it should be for that scale of a figure. So with the differences seen to, I think the Mezco overall wins. However, it's got a few issues, and certainly not perfect, with the mask being wrong, one of the gauntlets breaking off, and yeah, maybe a bit off in colour, maybe towards the film. But yeah, a few things that are not 100% right, but still pretty good looking figure and looks great on display. And I found it looks really good with the head sculpt with the mask off. That's how I've got it displayed. So guys, overall I think Mezco is better, but Neca certainly a close call and has some good stuff as well. But yeah, that is my opinion on that, guys, and I thought I'd do this video to do the comparison. And yeah, that's it, guys. So guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care, bye for now, see you soon.